Welcome to Profit Pulse, traders. And before we dive into this, make sure you hit that subscribe button because what you're about to hear might be the one thing that finally shifts you from constant frustration to true professional level trading. Also, hit like, drop a comment, and if you ever feel like helping me in any way, whether it's by sharing your struggles, your experiences, or anything you think could support this channel, just tell me in the comments. I'm always listening, always reading. Now let's get into it. Most traders think they need a better strategy, a better indicator, a better entry signal, or some hidden algorithm the pros don't want them to know about. But the reality is far more uncomfortable. Losing traders don't lose because they lack information. They lose because they cannot execute one simple habit that every professional trader treats like oxygen. A habit so boring, so unsexy, that almost nobody takes it seriously. And yet, it is the only reason professionals survive the market's psychological torture, while the rest of the world keeps blowing up their accounts month after month. I'm talking about the habit of doing the same thing consistently, even when your emotions are screaming to do something else. This is the part nobody talks about because everyone wants trading to feel exciting. They want trading to feel like they're making progress every day. They want to believe that every session holds a big win. But professional trading is not built on excitement. It's built on disciplined repetition, boring, structured, almost robotic repetition, especially on the days when every part of your brain wants you to break your own rules. Let's talk about the reality here. Every losing trader has good trades. Everyone has those moments where entries are perfect, exits are clean, and the market seems to respect them. But losing traders cannot repeat those moments consistently. Something always breaks. They take one extra trade. They shift their stop loss because they feel like this one will come back. They increase lot size because they're angry at the last candle. They check their P&L in the middle of the trade and panic. They promise themselves they'll be disciplined tomorrow, but then tomorrow comes and the cycle resets. Professional traders, on the other hand, are not superhumans. They don't have special emotions. They don't have magical courage. They simply have the ability to stick to the same habit every single day, whether they're winning, losing, tired, frustrated, or emotionally drained. They don't treat trading like a mood. They treat it like a system, and they treat themselves like the executor of that system. Now, here's the real insight. The market doesn't reward intelligence. It doesn't reward predictions. It rewards consistency in behavior, because consistency in behavior creates consistency in outcomes over hundreds of trades. The mistake most losing traders make is thinking the market is about individual trades. It's not. It's about large sample sizes. A professional is defined not by what they do once, but by what they do repeatedly. And this is where the one habit comes in, the habit that transforms everything. The habit of doing the same planned actions regardless of the emotional noise happening inside you. The habit of following your predefined steps even when your mind is screaming, change it, change it, change it. This is the habit that turns chaos into clarity. This is the habit that makes your trading predictable. This is the habit that saves your account. Think about it for a second. How many times have you broken your own rules because you were scared? Because you were greedy? Because you didn't want to miss out? Because you wanted to recover quickly? Because you felt like you had momentum? These emotional micro-decisions destroy traders long before the market does. And the hardest part to accept is that the market is never your enemy. Your emotions are. Professionals understand this deeply. They know they cannot trust themselves in the moment, so they create structures that eliminate emotional decisions. They define their stop loss beforehand. They define their entry logic beforehand. They define their risk per trade beforehand. And then they follow those definitions like a pilot follows a flight checklist. Because they know one small deviation can crash the entire system. You might be thinking, but I already know I should follow a plan. Knowing is not the habit. Doing it repeatedly is the habit. Doing it on red days is the habit. Doing it after 3 losses is the habit. Doing it when you feel like quitting is the habit. Doing it when your brain is begging you to skip your setup and take a random trade out of boredom. That is the habit. Let me explain something every professional trader learns the hard way. Your strategy doesn't make you a professional. Your discipline does. Your discipline doesn't come from motivation. It comes from habits. And habits are not measured by what you do when you're comfortable. They are measured by what you do when everything inside you is uncomfortable. When losing traders hit a losing streak, they panic and start changing strategies. Professionals do the opposite. They double down on their rules. When losing traders get a big win, they become overconfident and start taking reckless trades. Professionals treat big wins exactly the same way they treat small wins, just another data point. When losing traders feel anxious, they trade to feel better. Professionals stop trading completely. And all of this comes from one habit: the habit of repeating the same process without letting emotions interfere. This is the part where many people realize something painful. Trading is not a market problem. It's a personal habit problem. Your future in trading is not determined by how much you know. It's determined by how consistently you can act on what you know. Let's break this down in a simple example. Imagine you have a strategy with a 50% win rate and a 1-to-2 risk to reward. Mathematically, you'll make money over 100 trades. But emotionally, most traders never survive 100 trades because they break the habit before the math can work. They lose 3 trades in a row and stop following the plan. They win 5 trades in a row and increase the lot size until the 6th trade wipes out the previous 5. They let emotions enter the system, and once emotions enter, the system collapses. Professionals survive because they stay long enough to let the math play out. They know losing streaks are normal. They know winning streaks are traps. They know the only thing that matters is the habit of executing the system, not the outcome of any single trade. They remove emotional volatility from their execution, and that's why their equity curve stabilizes. That's why their accounts grow. Not because of luck, not because of intelligence, but because of consistency built on one foundational habit. And here's the surprising truth. This one habit doesn't just improve your trading, it transforms your relationship with the market. Instead of feeling like every candle is attacking you, you start seeing patterns. Instead of feeling scared, you feel neutral. Instead of feeling desperate, you feel patient. Instead of reacting, you respond. That shift is what turns an emotional trader into a professional trader. If you look at your own trading history, you'll see moments where you could have stayed consistent, but chose to react emotionally instead. You'll see moments where you had the right setup, but lacked the discipline. You'll see moments where you broke your own rules and paid the price. Don't feel bad. Every single trader goes through this phase. What matters now is whether you take the step toward breaking the cycle. Because if you want to become a professional trader, you must build this habit. Not tomorrow. Not next month. Right now, starting with your very next trade. You need to decide that from this moment forward, you will not let your emotions make decisions for you. You will let your rules make decisions for you. And every day you repeat this habit, you get closer to the trader you want to be. And before we wrap this up, if you found value in this explanation, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and tell me what part of your trading you struggle with the most. And if you ever want to help me or support this channel in any way, just tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Profit Pulse and check out all the other videos on the channel. They will help you level up your trading game more than you realize. I'll see you in the next video, traders. Keep your discipline tight and your habits stronger than your emotions.